Hey guys, Maniac Zach here. Before I start the video, I just wanted to make a quick announcement. I did a podcast live stream with Furious Rants earlier today, as of when this video is being uploaded. We talked about many different topics, including the Nintendo Switch, for around 50 minutes, and we saved the last 10 minutes or so for questions from the viewers. The first half of the podcast will be uploaded on this channel within a few days after this video's release. Then, immediately after that, Furious Rants is going to upload the second half of the podcast on his channel. So if you want to view the full experience, you'll have to view it on both of our channels. Now, this was not the test livestream I mentioned in the 2017 update. That test livestream will still happen in March. Without further ado, enjoy the video. Hello guys, the Maniac Zach here, and today I have a brand new poster. Because I want to talk about the upcoming Mario title for the Nintendo Switch, Super Mario Odyssey. From what we've seen from the trailer alone, makes me so excited. Like, all these unique settings, it's so colorful. You got all these cool moves that could have a lot of speedrun potential. It's just so exciting. But we don't know enough. All we saw was really just gameplay, but we haven't really seen like the HUD elements, power-ups, and all the other stuff. So today I want to tell you my top 5 things that I would like to see in Super Mario Odyssey. Without further ado, let's begin.
Number 5.
Make the story more interesting. Now, what do I mean by this? Based off of the trailer, we see Princess Peach being kidnapped again by Bowser. Like, God, I'm sick of that. Like, if we still have that storyline throughout the game, that's fine. And we probably will anyways. But I want to see more than that. Like Super Mario Sunshine, you don't see Princess Peach being kidnapped right away. It focuses more on Mario having to clean up Isle Delfino from all this icky stuff and not knowing who the hell Shadow Mario is and all that stuff. You don't see Princess Peach being kidnapped right away. So I'm hoping something similar happens in this game. So what if the story is more interesting this time? Meaning, what if we see like Bowser be a part of the Mafia group with all the bosses from the trailer we saw from the presentation? And you have to fight all of them before you finally get to Bowser and rescue Peach. I know the story would still be very similar to what we're used to, but making the story more interesting, similar to what Mario Sunshine did, would make the game really cool. I put this at the bottom of the list because I'm totally okay if the plotline is similar, because the gameplay alone makes me really excited for Mario Odyssey.
Number 4.
Return courses from previous 3D Mario games, as well as make 3D remakes of 2D Mario levels. Here's what I mean. So in Super Mario 3D Land, we saw retro-inspired levels, meaning that we saw levels that had similar visuals to the NES ones. That's great and all, but I want to see this be expanded on a little bit. What if you could take, for example, Worlds 1 and 2 from Super Mario Bros., all 4 levels from both worlds, and make one giant NES-style world? That would be amazing! Imagine running around in the classic World 1-1, but have it be connected to 1-2. So instead of them being separate levels entirely, what if they're all connected together in this one big world? That would be so amazing. And I think this would be similar to the Mario 64 ROM hack, Super Mario 64 Star Road, because in that hack, you saw a level that was inspired by the Super Mario World castle levels with all the similar visuals and all that cool stuff. So I think if Nintendo did something similar to that, that would be pretty great. It would also be nice if Nintendo brought back courses from previous 3D Mario games, such as Mario 64, Sunshine, and maybe even Galaxy 1 and 2. I'm saying this because in Galaxy 2, we saw the return of Womp's Fortress with some new additions like the Cloudfire. I think Nintendo should do this more often because it would be really neat revisiting these levels with better visuals as well as unique touches. The reason why I put these two things on the same spot instead of separating them or choosing one or the other is because they're really both the same thing. remaking courses from previous Mario titles. And I also think that these should be DLC because this game should focus more on bringing original worlds/courses to us rather than bringing back a lot of old ones, you know?
Number 3.
Nintendo Crossover Worlds. Now, what do I mean by this, you may ask? Let me explain. All these unique locations and worlds are all across the globe, so it would be cool seeing Mario traveling through these famous locations from Nintendo franchises like Pokemon, Legend of Zelda, Metroid, and more. Because I really want to see these Nintendo franchises that are beloved by so many fans be connected more than just being restricted to spin-off titles like Smash Bros. And maybe even Mario Kart 8. So I think that having all these worlds be connected in Mario Odyssey would be the best way to do it. Plus, the mission types and enemy types would have some variety in them if there were Nintendo crossover worlds. So what if we had a big blue level from F-Zero and Mario had to race Captain Falcon to get a star? Or what if Mario had to go to the Forest of Hope from Pikmin and he had to use a mini mushroom so he could be with the Pikmin and stuff? That would be really awesome. Now, as I said with the last item on the list, I think that this should be restricted to DLC because it would be a great way to promote future Nintendo titles. So if Mario Odyssey comes out in December or something, and we have a new Metroid game in August, it would be cool if in March we would have a Metroid level in Super Mario Odyssey, so it would help promote the Metroid game, and maybe even get more people into the Metroid franchise, you know? And since Mario Kart 8 had a lot of Nintendo characters like Villager and Link from The Legend of Zelda, I think that this would be very possible. And Miyamoto once considered having Pikmin in Mario Galaxy, but he scrapped that idea, so I think that this is very possible.
Number 2.
More playable characters. Now, the last true 3D Mario game besides Super Mario 3D Land and Super Mario 3D World was in fact Mario Galaxy 2, and in that game you could only play as Mario or Luigi. Both of those characters had the same abilities, and they were basically different aside from small physics differences, meaning that Luigi could just slide across things more easily and he's a little more floaty, but they're basically the same character in that game. I would love to see Nintendo pull a Super Mario 64 DS, where after you unlock certain characters throughout the main game, you could go to the Crazy Cap store and put on their cap, and you can play as them. That would be really cool. And what if it's like Super Mario 3D World, but with more characters? Meaning that instead of 5 characters with all of their different abilities, what if we had like 7 to 10 characters, all of their own unique abilities and power-ups? That would be so amazing! And what if we had like characters that we've never played as that much in the Mario series? Like Bowser Jr., Waluigi, Wario, Rosalina, Daisy, Mii, Yoshi, and of course Mario and Luigi, just to name a few. Now, don't get me wrong, I love playing as Mario. He's one of my favorite video game characters. But if we had all these unique characters with all different abilities and power-ups and stuff, I think the game's replayability could increase, especially if there's a lot of missions where you can play as any one of the characters that are selected. Now, all of these things I've mentioned before, I'm totally okay with if they don't happen, because this Mario game looks really promising to me, based on what we've seen so far. But this next item, oh boy, if we don't see it, I'm going to be shocked. Let's go.
Number 1.
Online multiplayer. Now, don't get me wrong, I respect Nintendo for trying to keep local multiplayer in gaming alive, because we don't really see that in games anymore, as more and more of them, such as Halo 5, are dropping local multiplayer and focusing on their online modes. However, one of the key features that the Nintendo Switch needs to succeed is, in fact, the online multiplayer. And I think that one of the many Nintendo titles that should use online is Super Mario Odyssey, because we haven't really seen a main series Mario game have online besides Super Mario Maker. And if that worked out really well, why not this game? Because if Nintendo does it for this game, the potential for an online community could be huge, especially if we have some online modes. So what do I mean by these online modes? Let me explain. What if you could race against someone from online, or multiple people, to see who can get the star the quickest, or the object, whatever Mario Odyssey is going to use? And we can have online leaderboards, and it can encourage people to replay these levels over and over again online. And we can have a speedrunning community. That would be so amazing. Or what if we could have new Super Mario Bros. U style challenges that are co-op, or maybe versus, meaning that you have to compete against someone to see who can get the best score on the challenges. That would be awesome. And as I said before, with the multiple playable characters, the potential for this co-op challenge mode could be huge, because you could play with multiple playable characters and you can get different scores with different characters because there's different strategies and stuff. That would be amazing. Thanks for watching, guys. What do you want to see in Mario Odyssey? Let me know in the comments below. Also, be sure to subscribe to be notified when future videos, including the ones in Switch Month, will be released. Also, if you really want to scratch that Zelda itch because Breath of the Wild's coming out so soon, you really need to play it, check out the video from earlier this month on Link's crossbow training knockout reviews. I spent a while on it and it turned out really well, so I think you guys will enjoy it. Also, follow me on my Twitter account at TheManiacZach to be the first to be notified when future videos are being released, as well as some exclusive behind the scenes content of this channel and more. Anyways, guys, I'll see you in the next video in Switch Month. Bye.